because you oversee some 60,000 meals daily for all of the schools, right?
Yep. Yes.
This is a big job, and we were talking about fresh food and going beyond the USDA nutritional requirements. Tell us about what students experience when they have meals at the Detroit Public Schools.
Well, our students are able to eat school breakfast. While we encourage parents to feed their kids before they come to school, if they, through the hustle and bustle of going, getting prepared to work and school for themselves, they're not able to feed their children, we ensure that they have a healthy school breakfast so they can enter the classroom ready to learn. That's the way that the Office of School Nutrition, and used to be food service, but we're a little bit more breath and death. We're called the Office of School Nutrition now. Ensure that kids enter the classroom ready to learn. And school breakfast has been around for a long time. I don't know if people know it or not, but in DPS, it's been around since 2000, where all kids are eligible for a free breakfast. And with the advent of the Healthy and Hunger Free Act in 2010, which our junior senator, soon to be our senior citizen, chaired the committee, there's money available to feed children. And it's not a welfare program because we feed all children. We feed the poor, the working poor, the near poor, and those who have come out of households who soon will be poor depending on the economic downturn. And it's a direct response to what's been happening to our economy and the economic devastation that's supposed to occur in Michigan. So it's not just in Detroit. You're going to find these kind of programs all over our state. But Detroit was one of the pioneers.
It's fascinating, Betti Wiggins. You were talking about farming and local farming. You grew up in Milan, Michigan on a farm.
Yeah.
And then came to Detroit, went through the Detroit Public Schools, went to Cass Tech. And part of what you do is support local farmers, and the food that is being given to students here is nutritional, and a lot of it is also grown right here in Michigan.
The thing that I'm most proudest of and what I work at hard at every day is to ensure that as many of my agricultural dollars that we get from the USDA is spent in the state of Michigan. Michigan is the second largest agricultural producer of specialty crops outside of California, and we have a 6-month growing season. But our local farmers, when you get outside of Detroit, you have local farmers who depend upon growing those crops for their livelihood. So we buy our peaches from South Haven, Michigan, our blueberries from Covert, Michigan, our asparagus from Clare, Michigan, our squash, our acorn squash from K-Pack. We're trying to get our potatoes from Dundee, Michigan. So as many opportunities as I have to put a locally grown, a Michigan-grown product on my kids' tray, I will. And it's through partnerships with, like, the Eastern Market, where Dan Carmody, who's the president of Eastern Market, gets me kind of, as the kids say, hooked up with our local farmers. And through my supply chain, my broadline distributor, U.S. Foods, who goes out, picks up the products, bring it back to his distribution, and then distribute it to our 130-some plus feeding sites. So I'm proud, and I'm really trying to get the governor's attention to say, hey, Detroit Public Schools is a pure Michigan. We're pure Michigan, and my goal is to have 30% of my product bought locally within the state of Michigan.
Healthy food, too. Kids aren't eating corn dogs. And,
No. We, in 2009, when the Institute of Medicine came out with the new nutrition standards, and that was all based upon, I don't know how many people are aware about. This became a national defense issue, like it was in 1947. Harry Truman started the school lunch program when our soldiers weren't fit enough to enter the military. The Secretary of the Army testified before Congress and said, 25% of our recruits cannot even pass the physical because they have adult onset diseases, hypertension, diabetes, overweight. So it became an issue of national defense. Our Congress, they say they don't respond. They responded very well by passing the Healthy and Hunger Free Act of 2010. And in that, we were supposed to start feeding children more healthy so we could reduce the incidence of childhood obesity and onset diseases. And so that's when I decided, okay, the corn dogs have got to go, the hot dogs have got to go, the iceberg lettuce has got to go, the artificial sweetened drinks have got to go, the sugary drinks have got to go. So we turned off our deep fryers. We don't serve French fries at Detroit Public School. Haven't served them since 2009. And that's a response to trying to reduce the fat and the calories that our kids are exposed to. We serve snacks, but they're all baked snacks. We meet that 10:30 standard. Artificial drinks. You can't get Gatorade on our a la carte lines. We do offer a la carte, but they're more healthy. Our kids don't know it yet, and I'm ashamed I'm scared to tell it that they're getting fat-free cookies on their but they're older Spunkmeyer, so they enjoy them as well. So we take it very seriously. Now our salads are made from baby spinach and spring greens. We don't serve Tony the Tiger. Doesn't live here. We serve kashi and yogurt, and we teach our kids how to make parfaits at their desk, healthy parfaits. We pita breads, and we have 2 vegetarian meals a week, so we're lowering the fat in terms from the animal protein.
Fascinating story that you bring, and thank you so much for coming in this morning. Betti Wiggins, Executive Director of Office for Food Services for the Detroit Public Schools, and what a great job you're doing. This is just so great to hear. I'm going to go up today. Dave Devereaux and we're going to get in the lunch line here. I mean, I got to start eating healthier. I can do it right here at this school.
You certainly can.